storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.
What is up, Storm Chasers? I just got the story. Shout out to Aaliyah TV. I believe you sent it to me. It was one of my mods. If I got that wrong, my bad. Apparently, the Chrisleys from Chrisley Knows Best. I think that reality show was on the USA Network. Anyway, it's Wonder Bread news. They're being pardoned by Donald Trump after they were jailed for tax evasion and bank fraud back in 2023, I believe. Just in case y'all don't know. All right, that's Todd Chrisley, Julie Chrisley, and then of course Donald Trump there. They had actually got snitched on, I want to say, by one of Todd's former business partners, if I remember correctly. But we got that Wonder Bread, that Wonder Bread news. Make sure I get my mic. We got that Wonder Bread, Wonder Bread, Wonder Bread, Wonder Bread, Wonder Bread, oh. We got that Wonder Bread news, that stainless news, that reality news, that tax evasion news, that bank fraud news, that really all them Wonder Breads do. But Todd's lover got jealous, ooh, so he decided to snitch on the move. And Todd's oldest child, ooh, she was a lowly bitch too, and snitched on her daddy, her gayest daddy. We got that Wonder Bread, Wonder Bread, Wonder Bread, Wonder Bread, that Wonder Bread, oh. We, we got that Wonder Bread news. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Our favorite Wonder Bread, Wonder Bread, Wonder Bread, Wonder Bread, Wonder Bread. Oh. We got that Wonder Bread news. Our favorite white people coming home. Go on, bring them home. I'm here for it. So let's go over the ABC News. Did I really hold that note? Did I? The blue, low key, that was the blue. Hey, I can't really sing like that, but low key, if I want to start singing the blue, I kind of got that down pat. All right. So I'm gonna just play the audio from ABC News because I don't know, you know, they be acting a little funny sometimes. So we're gonna play it, but you're gonna hear it, not necessarily see it. So let's go. And let me know in the chat if you can hear it as I'm playing it.
As podcaster, reality TV star, and now entrepreneur. We watched her grow up on USA's Chrisley Knows Best. Her parents, real estate business folks, Todd and Julie Chrisley.
We're not perfect.
But perfect should be something you should strive to be.
The family now, of course, embroiled in a controversial legal battle. They were convicted in 2022 on multiple counts of fraud, tax evasion, and conspiracy. Together, they are currently serving 19 years in federal prison. And Savannah joins us along with her parents' attorney, Alex Little. Thanks you both for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, Savannah, first of all, how are you doing? I know that since your parents had to go behind bars, that you've been raising your younger brother and 12-year-old Chloe.
Yes.
What's it like parenting them?
I do it gracefully.
By the way, hold on, let me show this. By the way, Savannah look good. Savannah, I'm so glad you growed out your hair a little bit. You know, yeah, they were majorly scamming. It wasn't a little tax fraud. It was like, I think the reason why they both had got like 9.5 years is because it was like 10 years of tax evasion and like 10 years of fraud, mortgage fraud. I told y'all, when it comes to them and you see them with all these houses and cars and this and that, they be finagling the system. Okay. The only difference between you and them is that they break the law and they just try to find ways to get around it. But nonetheless, it is what it is. They coming home now, so that's all that matters. But yeah, it was big money. It was big money that was hiding in like over a decade. So yeah, it was a lot.
I look at children as such a blessing, and it makes me a better person. So I could sit and feel sorry for myself, but that does absolutely nothing for me. So I embrace it and do the best that I can do.
And you were telling me you even did drop off at college for Grayson. What was that like, the big dorm room experience?
I made sure it was like perfect, of course. My father came out in me. Then once I left, he goes to like walk out of my hotel room and he was like, all right, I'm going to go. And I was like, all right. And I was like, I'm not okay. Like, I just broke down.
It's tough to be 20-something and parenting
It is.
Young adults. Alex, you represent her parents, and I know that you've been trying to get a new judge and you're looking for appeals process. What's the latest status of the case?
Yeah, so there's an appeal going on. We're appealing Julie's sentence. She was resentenced to a harsher sentence. So she won an appeal. The judge then decided to give her a lengthier period of supervised release. And so we're appealing that as retaliatory. One of the things the judge talked about was the fact that Savannah was speaking at the RNC, criticizing the case.
My parents were sentenced to a combined 19 years. I know.
And the judge, for some reason, thought that was appropriate to bring up at her mother's sentencing, and doing so increase the sentence. So we're concerned about that quite a bit.
You not only spoke at the RNC, but you've visited Mar-a-Lago and the White House asking President Trump for a pardon. What's the basis for that request?
I believe in law and order. There are punishments and you should have to suffer punishments, but there were huge Fourth Amendment violations. There were, I would argue, Brady violations against the prosecutors. There was a lot.
I think the pardon process, the biggest piece of this case is there's no doubt if they had not been on television, they wouldn't have been prosecuted. And I think this administration is focused on ending that sort of weaponization of targeting people because of who they are. That's clearly what happened in the Chrisleys case.
And so let me ask.
And you know, Trump want to get rid of the whole IRS anyway, so of course he's going to forgive that. I will say this though, they did get the book thrown at them. You know, them both getting like 9 years apiece or whatever, they really should have got like, honestly, like 18 months, 15 months, and then just, you know, be like, hey, you got to pay the money back. Like, you got to pay the money now. You know what I'm saying? But they, you know, maybe even 2-3 years, but like they really threw the book at them. It was crazy.
Just to be clear, they were found guilty of a bank fraud scheme and hiding millions from tax authorities. What information do you want brought forward to help win their freedom?
There was never a single loan document showed at trial that showed their signatures, that showed loss amount. And back in 2008, the world was on fire. Everyone was losing everything. And Dad was no different. He filed for bankruptcy, and the IRS agent actually lied on the stand. And we have an audio recording of her speaking to our accountant saying what I said actually wasn't true.
You visit your parents often. You've been quoted as saying they still haven't been able to talk directly with each other for 2 years. Your mom's health is an issue. How are they doing?
It's a struggle. And I struggle with the Bureau of Prisons because they love to put out statements and comments saying they want to keep families together. That is not their mission at all, because if it was, my parents would have already spoken after being in prison for 2 years.
Savannah, I know you're also trying to move on with your life as well. You found love with your boyfriend, Robert Schreiber.
He is like my absolute best friend, and I have so much
Okay, so that's all I got to say about that. Shout out to Savannah. Shout out to the Chrisleys that are coming home. You know, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Yeah, they really got, when I say they got screwed over, they really got screwed over. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. But yeah, anyway, it is what it is. They coming home now. You know, they white. They're going to get a TV show as soon as they come back, a documentary, interviews. They're going to be fine. White people go to prison, they come home and be fine. Like, they're going to be fine. Is there a release date? I don't think we have an exact release date yet. Hold on, let me skip past because I do not want to hear her talk about, let's see.
Professionally coming down the works?
Gosh.
Yeah, no, we don't have an exact release date yet, but they have, yeah, it just says soon. Okay. So let me tell you, yeah, It says, according to the video, Trump called Savannah Chrisley, the couple's 27-year-old daughter, to share the news that her parents were getting pardoned and would be released soon. So this is what, May 27th? I mean, before the end of June, Todd may be home for Father's Day. Like, it is what it is. It is what it is. Listen, I don't care what y'all say. These my favorite white people, so I'm happy they coming home. I don't want to see nobody sit in prison.
It's Storm Show. Ay, it's Storm Show.